Welcome back to another episode of 40 Facts About the 40K Universe. I am your host Gershwan and you are watching One Mind Syndicate. Today we continue talking about the Alpha Legion as we get into the Alpha Legion versus the Orks with the help of the Blood Angels. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. We post Warhammer 40K content every single day, and if you have any suggestions, just comment down below. But with that said, let's get into 40 facts on Orks versus the Alpha Legion. Early in the 31st millennium, many tribes of orcs, scattered and leaderless after the hammer blow they had suffered at Olenor during the infamous Olenor Crusade, had fled, and many had come to rest in the Kivas Belt, where they carved out new outposts out of the drifting mineral-rich rocks, licking their wounds while they rearmed. The green-skinned Xenos soon began to strike out at nearby Imperial star systems and newly compliant outer colonies. It was the duty of the Space Marine Legions to reinforce the lesson of Olenor again. The Alpha Legion had tracked them to their lair and petitioned the War Master for reinforcements required to prosecute their plan of annihilation. But after the war at the world called Murder and the disastrous engagement with the civilization known as the Interrex, the Luna Wolves had been reluctant to commit ships to Alpharius' new campaign. In the end, it was the Blood Angels who agreed to assist their cousins in the 20th Legion, with Sanguinius himself marshalling a sizable intervention to support the efforts of the 88th Expeditionary Fleet. Alpharius believed that the mission would take up to 5 standard years in execution. The Angel rejected the premise and promised it would be over in 1. He committed vessels from every active Blood Angels Expeditionary Fleet to the cause. Sanguinius was proven right. Just over 13 months after the commencement of the Kivas Initiative, the Orks were almost totally annihilated, but like animals backed into a corner, they fought harder than ever before. The 88th Expeditionary Fleet took their warships into the Kivas Belt, and then they vanished from all sensors, leaving the Blood Angels flotilla at the edge of the system to wait. Soon it became clear that the mission Alpharius had been so eager to secure support for was little more than a picket duty. First one at a time, then in squadrons, and finally in fleets, the Orks began to flee from the Kivas system. Each time they bolted for open space beyond the mass shadow of the supergiant sun and its asteroid belt. The Blood Angels were waiting for them. Imperial starships and Ork cruisers engaged in deadly games of cat and mouse that lasted for weeks on end, threading in and out of dense dust clouds at the peripheral of the star system, mercilessly hunting each other. Mighty vessels clashed again and again, but months of protracted ship-to-ship engagements and naval warfare made the sons of Bao restless. They had been bred for a battle where they could face their foes, not ranged conflicts conducted over huge spans of empty vacuum. However, the chance to fight blade to blade did come. The behavior patterns of the Ork crew began to change. They eschewed what little animal cunning they had and made mistakes. Instead of showing the brutish slyness they were known for, the Xenos exhibited conduct that were more closely resembling panic. They would take chances, running the gauntlet of the Blood Angels' blockade when the odds were stacked against them. It was almost as if there was something on their backs that they feared more than the guns of Sanguinius' Legion. No one within the 9th Legion knew what the Alpha Legion had done to make the Orks run. All that was certain was that the Alpha Legion had gone dark, only rising to send regular communication out to the Blood Angels' blockade fleet that contained little more than the message to maintain the line. Finally, Sanguinius, tired of Alpharius' evasive manner, sent a frigate past the outer market in defiance of the rules of engagement the two legions had agreed upon. When the frigate returned weeks later, the crew reported that they had come across no signs of their allies, only the wrecks of Ork vessels and the bodies of dead aliens. The Alpha Legion's 88th Expeditionary Fleet comprised of hundreds of warships, and yet no trace of them was sighted. The tempo of the Kivas campaign had finally reached a terminal pitch. The final remnants of the Ork forces took flight from the belt in a disordered exodus, and perished in the flashes of lance cannons, torpedo barrages, as they crossed the sentry line. At last, the Alpha Legion starships appeared at the very edge of the scanning range, apparently moving in a wall, herding the enemy toward the fringe of the system. The Alpha Legion stated that they had fully exterminated the alien infestation in the Kivas Belt, and were grateful to the Blood Angels for their cooperation. The blockade was finally over, and with the death of the final monolithic Ork Rex at the hands of the Blood Angels fleet, the campaign came to a successful conclusion, though relations between the 9th and the 20th Legion remained somewhat strained. And those were 40 facts on the Alpha Legion versus the Orks, with the help of the Blood Angels. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, share it with your friends on Facebook or Reddit. The reason I wanted to create this video is because I wanted to talk about how strange the Alpha Legion's tactics were. Now this is coming from 30K, so they were still a force within the Imperium, so they were friendly, they weren't traitorous yet, even though I have a theory that the Alpha Legion is actually not a traitorous legion, but that's for another video. But I wanted to showcase how this Space Marine Legion did serve the purpose of like espionage, and like their tactics were very circled around like just being smart, I guess, thinking about the enemy and how you can execute the enemy the quickest way possible with minimal casualties. A couple weeks ago, or a couple days ago, we did a video, a Greater Wall video, on the Reasonable Marines, and I explained how I really hate the Reasonable Marines because they are taken to an extreme. It's a fan-made chapter, and it's like, what if the Space Marines actually followed intelligent tactical conduct? Like, they never took off their helmets, they they did things like that. They were like spies and stuff like that. The Alpha Legion is pretty close to that. They don't take it to the extreme of like the Reasonable Marines, but they are pretty close. And I do like the tactics of the Alpha Legion. I like how they represent that one warfare tactic that's supposed to be all about being tactical. Which every single legion is supposedly one way of prosecuting a war or a campaign that the Emperor, the Emperor is all 20 and each individual legion is 1. So I like that kind of lore, and I hope you enjoyed it too. If you guys have any other suggestions for other topics of Warhammer 40K, please comment down below. Any cool campaigns from 30K, just let me know. I'll try to create a video for you guys. Or if you guys want to hear more about the Alpha Legion, let me know in the comment section below. And let's continue the subscriber appreciation giveaway with today's Alpha Legion giveaway prize. We are giving away a box of Space Marine Devastators. I know what you're thinking. Devastators? Space Marine Devastators for an Alpha Legion army? Yes. The reason that I wanted to do this is, number one, because it's just been sitting in my closet for a really long time. I'm not going to do anything with it. But the other part is that the Alpha Legion is notorious for not having any type of mutations or the least amount of mutations within a Traitor Legion. So you having Devastators for an Alpha Legion makes sense. It plays into the part, or plays into the role of my theory that the Alpha Legion is actually not a traitorous or a truly chaotic legion. It's actually just misunderstood. It's like a triple agent. It's playing its part within the great game, as Zinch would say, but ultimately it will always be good for the Imperium and for the Emperor. So you could actually kit bash or convert this Devastator squad and make it into something chaotic, if you please. If not, like I said, just put the regular Alpha Legion color scheme and you're good. The Alpha Legions at the tabletop are extremely competitive because of their little ability that we talked about a couple days ago, about like you if you shoot them and you're 12 inches away, you have to subtract a 1. That's horrible. So if you guys want to win this prize, all you have to do is, number one, be a subscriber, because this is a subscriber appreciation giveaway. We will be checking, so we'll go into your YouTube channel and make sure that you are subscribed. So make sure that your YouTube channel is set to public. And then you also have to like this video, comment, and share it with your friends on Facebook or Reddit. The reason you have to do those things is because we're going to be checking them, and of course we're going to be picking the winner through the comment section a week from now. So this should be going out, I want to say Thursday, or no, it should be going out Saturday. So a week from Saturday, we will announce the winners. Comment as many times as you want. Just be careful. Don't get marked as a spammer by YouTube, because YouTube doesn't even tell us. They just kick you out automatically. But yeah, good luck, guys. And yeah. But thanks for everything, guys. If you enjoy our content, support us on Patreon. A simple $1 a month helps us create more videos for you guys. Link in the description. If you can't support us on Patreon, we understand. Simply by liking, commenting, and sharing, it helps out the channel. But with that said, guys, I'll talk to you tomorrow. This is Gershwan with One Mind Syndicate, signing out.
Oh, I used to put my